Good afternoon, everyone. I hope you all had a very nice and enjoyable and relaxing summer. So now that you're back and getting back into the swing of things, uh, here's a number of tips for you to use with your babies to get your program up and running. Number one thing, uh, get your babies out of storage and get them plugged in. If they have been sitting idle for a few weeks or a few months without any type of a charge, the batteries are most certainly dead. So what you want to do just to get things going is to get them plugged in and let them charge up. Your full charge is going to take about 4 to 6 hours. Uh, when you're ready to send the babies home for a simulation, what we recommend is that you plug them into the charger the night before a simulation, let them charge up all night long, and then unplug them the morning of the simulation or when the students come to pick up the babies. Why is that recommended? Is because many times if you want to plug them in the day of the simulation and let them charge up for the 4 to 6 hours, you might get distracted by a lot of students coming in with, questions or forms and other things. You could get distracted. So many times, some accidentally forget to plug in the babies. Best thing to do, plug them in the night before a simulation, let them charge up all night long, and then unplug them the morning of the simulation. And again, if babies have been sitting dormant for more than, 3 months, get them out of storage, get them charged. If you're not going to be using them until January and they've been sitting since May, charge them again. When babies are in storage, they should be taken out of the storage about once every 3 months to be given a charge. That's going to help to maintain the life of the batteries. One little phenomenon that you might encounter, and I see this every year, especially at this time, that you may have when you're ready to send the babies out and they haven't been used for a few months or more, that they may go into a premature battery shutdown. Now, what has happened when the babies are in storage, and this can happen to any rechargeable product, that once you get them out and you plug them into the charger, they will take a full charge. But that dormancy where they haven't been used, that can weaken the batteries. They may not have enough, may not have enough strength to hold that charge for that simulation. And you might get a battery shutdown on that first simulation. That can happen. The good news is the typical fix is you just have to plug it back in, give it another charge, and you're set to go for the next simulation. Now, will this happen? Not necessarily. It might not. You might not experience that. You may be just fine. However, if you want to, one good way to prevent it is to give the babies a full charge and then program it for a simulation, have some students or even yourself just take it out for a trial run, get the kinks out of it. And if you do get a battery shutdown, charge it up fully. You probably have just fixed your problem just by charging it up right after that first simulation. If you get a second battery shutdown, 2 in a row, contact product support, because there will be a few things that we can do over the phone with you to help ensure, okay, we've done this, and now you have fixed your batteries. Next tip is ensure that your control center is up to date. Most instructors have to reinstall the control center when they return to school. A lot of times you're going to get a new computer and or your computer techs have done some type of update or just clean it out, and many times that will wipe out your control center. Also, Realityworks has just released a brand new version just a couple of weeks ago. So if the control center that you have on your computer right now, if you look, we have just a little screenshot of what it looks like. So if the version of control center that you have on your computer does not look like what you see on that screen right there, you're using an older version. So you will want to go to our website, and there we have a little link here on the bottom here that will take you, just click that link, and then you'll click the box for Windows or Mac and download the most recent version of the control center. So we have a new design of the control center. It functions exactly the same. What you have here is we've just kind of made it look a little nicer, a little more modern, and also it has, in the very beginning, once you've installed it and opened it, it has a introduction tutorial help if you haven't used the babies in a while. You can kind of follow along with that to just refresh things, or if you're brand new, you can look at that tutorial and kind of get yourself familiar with how things function. Also, the newer version of the control center has improved communication with the babies, and also most importantly, you need the control center installed on your computer first to allow your X-Stick or Blue COM pod to function. The communication device is just a communication device. It does not have any software. It will not function, and your computer will not recognize a communication device until you have installed the software first. So after while the babies are charging, and let's say you look on your control center, you do not see the baby icon, or you do have the baby icon, you've opened it, it doesn't look like that little screenshot that you see right there, you'll want to update your control center. So go to the link, click on the box for Windows or Mac. You might need your computer text to do the install. After that, then you'll be able to add your babies and start programming them. And that comes up to our next little tip, is that you're probably going to have to re-add your babies. Most instructors, when you come back from summer break, have to re-add the babies. If you have a brand new computer, or if your computer techs just cleaned out everything and reinstalled everything, many times that is going to delete the babies from your computer, and you're going to have to re-add them. Sometimes what will happen is if they do some maintenance on your computer and they do some other tweaks or added new software or something to it, that maintenance that they're doing to the computer has a tendency to take away communication from the babies. Sometimes it's all of them, sometimes it's a couple of them. So if you've installed the new control center, you have your babies plugged into the charger, they show up on the computer, but they are not communicating, you'll probably have to re-add the babies. Again, most instructors have to re-add their babies to the computer when you come back from summer break. Again, it reestablishes communication with the control center, and that will allow you to program the babies, run your demos, do troubleshootings, and all those other things. Bookmark the brand new RealCare Baby support webpage. Very handy. We have added new videos. We have added brand new documents, especially if you're brand new to the whole thing and you haven't done this before. We have chopped it up into little sections of, do I have everything do I need to get started? There's a brand new getting started tutorial video. There's even sections on how do I set up, the babies, showing you how to charge them, what do the lights mean. We even have how to program, so you can watch videos and brand new documents on how to program the babies. Also, your help guide for the control center is right on that website, so you can download that to your computer, but also you will even find, in addition to more support videos, there's also the student video that you can watch, and it also has the ability to get to the student app, which I think is on another page here. Yes, you'll be able to watch the participant care video along with how to access the RealCare Baby app for smartphones and iPhones. Now also, check out the archived webinars. There's a lot of information in our past webinars that you will still have access to. There's logistics of launching your RealCare program, preparing your baby for summer breaks. So when it's, let's say you're putting them away for before the summer break. Let's say you're only using the babies just in the fall, and come December, you're gonna put them away for another year. Look at that video for long time storage. And also, is it time to trade in your baby? Watch the many different webinars that we have available on our website to just get yourself more familiar, and they're just fun and great things to watch. Lots of information. Number 6, run a demonstration. So during that time that you've been away, it's good to become familiar with how the babies function. When you do a demonstration, unplug the babies from the charger, and in the demonstration, the baby will respond to any ID that you put up to it, any ID whatsoever. So this will help you just like, okay, this is the cry, this is where I put the ID, and this is how I give the care. So it's good to have you do that before showing it to the class. You could even program the baby for a simulation yourself and take it for an evening just to become re-familiar with how the baby functions. So once you've charged up the babies, you've installed the control center, and you've had a chance to re-add the babies, and you've like watched our tutorials and things, go ahead and run a demonstration and become familiar with how the baby functions, how it takes the ID, and how it takes the care. And another, when you need assistance, by all means, please contact your favorite Realityworks product support team. Brand new to the website, we have a chat feature. So when you go to our website, there's a little chat icon at the bottom right corner. Click that and you can be connected to someone who can assist you. If you have to, when you use the chat feature, you've got to be at the computer that has the control center. You're also going to need to have the babies and have them charged and all the accessories. If you have questions or need additional assistance, you need a document, maybe you need a new download or something, or have product questions assistance, send us an email, productsupport@realityworks.com. And replies are always guaranteed within 24 hours. Check your spam and junk folder once you've sent an email, because sometimes our emails have a tendency to go to spam and junk. Our phone number, 800-830-1416. Option 2, our hours are Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Central Time. We all have great experience, and we will be happy to spend all the time you need on the phone to get you up and running, work through any problems that you have. When you call or if you're chatting with us, again, you've got to be at your computer, have the babies plugged into the charger, have your accessories and your instructor key, and we will be able to, that will be the best way for us to assist you.
Thanks, Nate. Now we're going to share a few ideas for enhancing your program and engaging your students. After all, our goal is to make your experience as best as possible. As a company, we work to bring you information, not just products, and we want RealCare Baby to be more than just a simulation experience for your students. We've spent years gathering feedback from educators and seasoned baby users, and we've picked the best of those ideas for today's presentation. That said, if there are seasoned users out there, we'd love it when you share ideas with us. Find us on social media, email us, call us. We always love to hear from you. So one big tip is to download our free career exploration curriculum. We have a variety of different career exploration opportunities to give to your students, and you can give them the chance to find out what they might like to pursue. We want to be a resource for educators. Make sure you have information you can use and not just products. So we recently created free exploration curriculum that uses RealCare Baby plus other products, including drug-affected baby, fetal alcohol syndrome baby, pregnancy profile, and more, as springboards to career exploration lessons. Products aren't required for these lessons at all. They do help, but they definitely aren't essential to those lessons. Each lesson includes clearly defined objectives, activities, required materials, suggested preparation steps, and class time. And today's students need to be able to connect what they're learning to the real world. With these lessons, you can help your students connect the topics you're already talking about to actual careers. And what's more, they're here and they are ready for you to use for free. RealCare Baby is great for social media. Not only is the tool eye-catching and fun to share, but doing so has a number of benefits. You can use Twitter, Instagram, and more to promote your program. The photo in the middle, for instance, is from Twitter. You can see that they tagged a local news station. We see this a lot. Baby is great for news stories. You can use it to connect with other users. You can find teaching tips from other programs with best practices. And then the hashtags we recommend you use primarily is going to be hashtag RealCareBaby. And that way you can click on that and other people can search for it, follow it, and see what you're up to. Social media is just a wonderful way to share the great things you're doing in your program. You can also get students in on it. You can have them post, updates of things that they're doing with Baby on the weekend. You know, you can have them showing them like reading to baby, caring for baby, things like that, to get them interacting and seeing what they're up to with baby. See, another tip is to get a free number through Google Voice. Over the years, some educators have told us that they provide their personal phone number to students before sending them home with baby for the weekend. They do this so the student has a way to get in touch with them if they need help. Of course, you don't have to take this step, but if you decide to, you might want to consider getting a free number like one through Google Voice, which is a step some of our seasoned users have taken. There are other great resources out there through, you know, Google Hangouts, another, you know, they have Remind app, things like that, that you can give out to students and set up so that they can get a hold of you, but you don't have to give out your private phone number if you're not comfortable doing that. There's a lot of great options just like that online. And then last, if you aren't sure what you have or need a more personalized assessment, we can help you with that. If you visit our realityworks.com health assessment page, you can find more information about what baby you have, you know, what you're using, and if you maybe are in need of an update to your program. We are always doing a great trade-in program with our babies, so you can always call us up, and we'd love to help you figure out what you have and see if there's anything that we can help you with there. And so with that, we have time for everybody to ask some questions. Feel free to put any questions that you have into the Q&A section above. Nate, are there any other like little quick tips you have that come to mind?
There's a bunch. Again, access the new website as often as you can, because a lot of information is in there, especially like even new troubleshooting videos that we have on how to test the baby and how to you know, interpret reports and things like that. So a big one is to really bookmark that page so you can access it whenever you need.
Great. So we have our first question. Does the control center work with the older babies?
Yes, it does. Yes, the most recent version of the control center works with both RealCare 2 Plus and RealCare 3. So if you have a mix of babies, or if you only have the RealCare 2 Plus, yes, it will work with them.
And what do you mean by X-Stick?
We have the X-Stick. It's a green flash drive that says X-Stick on it. It is a communication device. In order to communicate with the babies, you need a communication device. Now, the X-Stick is the current design. Now, when we first came out with RealCare 2 Plus in 2006, the communication device was a blue communication pod that we called the COM pod. If you have that, you don't need an X-Stick. They work with both versions of Baby. So if you have the blue COM pod, you're good. You don't need an X-Stick. But if you have the control center, you have the babies, you must have one of those devices, either the green flash drive, the X-Stick, or the blue COM pod.
We have Cynthia saying, I need to send an old baby back because I just got a new one, but I can't remember which one is not working.
So first of all, so if you have an old baby, I would say first thing, plug it in and charge it up for 15 minutes. Unplug the baby after 15 minutes, and if all the lights go out and it's a RealCare 2 Plus, that is the one that you'd want to send in for a trade-in. If it charges up fully, and charge it up for an hour and then run a troubleshooting test, you can do that you would do that through the control center. You can identify any specific problems with that. If something like a feeding sensor that's not functioning and you have a RealCare 2 Plus, that baby cannot be serviced. You'd want to use that one as a trade-in. We have online videos on how to run the troubleshooting test, or you can call us and we'd be happy to assist that with you over the phone.
And Kim says our school went to Windows 10. Does anyone have issues with installation for Windows 10?
If you are installing from a disk, yes. Most installation, I shouldn't say most installation discs, all installation discs are outdated. So the only way to install the control center is from our website. Now, most instructors need your computer text to do the installation. So if you go to our website, you click the box for Windows, and yes, it is compatible with Windows 10. If you get something that says enter admin password, you will need to contact your computer techs. Sometimes if you have Microsoft virus protection on, they may need to disable that in order for your computer to install the control center software.
And so they said, so you can have a mix of babies.
Yes.
That's correct, right?
Yes, you can have a mix of babies. So the control center, the most recent version of control center works with both RealCare 2 Plus and RealCare 3s.
And we have Nikki saying, I don't know how to schedule all, I think you have 8 babies on the same schedule for the weekend. The numbers don't make sense. Like they suggest 2, 4, 10, etc.
The babies, they are pre-programmed with 15 different care schedules. Now, the care schedule table is located in your curriculum. If you need the curriculum link, contact product support or go to www.realityworks.com/RealCare downloads, and you'll see the curriculum link, or you can just send an email to productsupport@realityworks.com. Could you please send me the baby care schedule table? The chart has the 15 different care schedules, and it breaks down each schedule by hour. It doesn't tell you what it needs, what the baby's going to ask, or how long, but the more color you see in a specific hour indicates how long baby is going to be, how long in that hour is going to be spent asking for care. I know, like, for example, on schedule number 9 at 3:30 in the morning, half of that hour is going to be spent caring for the baby. That's just one example there. So you can get if you have the link to the curriculum, you will be able to find the care schedule chart, and you can use that to customize your program. So maybe if you want to give everybody schedule number 9, and you're programming the babies, you can just click the drop downs and go 9, 9, 9, 9 straight across. So if you don't have the curriculum link, product support would be happy to send you one, or we'd be happy to send you the care schedule chart. And using that can help you gauge just how much activity will be going on for each simulation.
So Cynthia asked the question earlier about the trade-in. She couldn't remember her old baby. And so she couldn't keep up with what you were saying. So
okay,
maybe have her reach out, or
so probably reach out. Yeah, go to the chat. You can go to realityworks.com and select the chat. Otherwise, send an email or call us. But main thing is, first thing, if you have a RealCare 2 Plus, plug it into the charger and charge it for 15 minutes. Unplug it from the charger. If all lights go out, your batteries are dead. We no longer replace batteries for RealCare 2 Pluses. That one would have to be used as a trade-in. Otherwise, charge it for an hour, run a troubleshooting test. Something like the speaker something like a feeding sensor not functioning, that can't be used. Anything else, we might have a fix for you. If our fixes do not work, then it is time to use that baby as a trade-in.
Great. And then Karen's wondering if we take old babies for recycling.
Yes, we do. That baby can be used actually as a trade-in towards an additional RealCare 3s. So I would first consult with your account services, your account manager, because I believe we have a pretty good deal going on for the next few months. Use that first, and they can also provide you with the address, to send the babies in for recycling.
Great. And then we have Jackie saying, I think I still have RealCare Baby 2s, not the 2 Plus. Will all of this work for them also? I'm trying to find the money to update soon.
No, the RealCare 2 can only be programmed with a handheld control unit. the RealCare 2s and the handheld control unit have been discontinued for over 10 years now. If you have the handheld control unit, RealCare 2s, just regular RealCare 2s, they take 4 AA batteries. The handheld device, that is absolutely essential in order to program that baby. If you have the handheld device, they take 4 AA batteries. Realityworks product support can email you an operating handbook for that if you need it. But if you have the RealCare 2s and you do not have the handheld device, you will be unable to program the babies, and they will not work with the control center.
Yeah, and that would be a great opportunity to call. Like Nate said, right now we do have a 2-for-1 trade-in deal, I believe, going on. So that might be a great opportunity to call in and talk to our account team and, you know, see what they can do for you with those. Oh, I might have the plus because I have the pod control center.
Okay, so yeah, put the baby face down, look at the top of the battery cover. If it says RealCare Baby 2 Plus, yes, everything that I've gone over today still applies to the RealCare 2 Pluses. So the control center, the pod, charging the babies, the tutorials, everything like that, because the RealCare 2 Plus and the RealCare 3s, they do function exactly the same. So how the students give care to the pluses are the same as the 3s, just that the RealCare 3s have additional reporting features for clothing, car seat, and the temperature.